Some crimes shock people because of what happened. Others shock people because of who was involved. But this story is disturbing because the victims weren't strangers. They were friends, collaborators, people who trusted him. A rising rap star gains fame, success, and a loyal circle around him, and then is accused of staging the deaths of the very people who helped him get there. This is the story of YNW Melly, a case where fame, loyalty, and violence became impossible to separate. This is Crime Scene Archives. Before the headlines, YNW Melly was a teenager trying to escape his environment through music. Growing up surrounded by hardship and instability, music became both emotional release and survival strategy. His sound stood out melodic, emotional, and often eerily vulnerable. Listeners connected with the contrast, songs that sounded upbeat but carried dark undertones beneath the surface. As his popularity grew, so did his inner circle. Friends weren't just friends, they were collaborators, creative partners, and part of the same dream. And for a moment, it looked like they were rising together. Melly's career began gaining real traction. Streams increased. Industry attention followed, and his name started circulating beyond local audiences. But, like many rapid rises, success didn't erase the struggles underneath. The music itself often reflected emotional conflict, loneliness, pain, and instability hidden behind confident delivery. To fans, it felt authentic. To others, it felt like warning signs. Still, nothing publicly suggested the kind of tragedy that would soon unfold. In 2018, 2 members of Melly's close circle were killed in a shooting. At first, the story presented to authorities appeared straightforward. A drive-by shooting. A sudden act of violence. Another tragic incident in an already dangerous environment. The loss devastated friends and fans. Social media filled with tributes, grief, and disbelief. But investigators began noticing details that didn't fully align with the initial story. And slowly, the narrative began to shift. As detectives examined the evidence, inconsistencies emerged. Forensic analysis, ballistic reports, timeline questions. Authorities began to suspect the shooting wasn't random. Instead, they believed it had been staged. And the focus of the investigation moved closer. Not toward unknown attackers, but toward someone inside the group itself. Eventually, prosecutors accused Melly of orchestrating the killings and attempting to disguise them as a drive-by. The allegation shocked the public, not just because of the severity, but because of the relationship between the accused and the victims. When Melly was arrested, the reaction was immediate and deeply divided. Some fans struggled to reconcile the accusations with the artists they admired. Others focused on the victims and the devastating loss experienced by their families. The case quickly became more than a criminal proceeding. It became a cultural debate about fame, loyalty, and the uncomfortable reality that success doesn't always change the environments or conflicts people come from. As legal proceedings unfolded, the case remained complex and emotionally charged. Testimony, forensic evidence, and conflicting narratives created an atmosphere of uncertainty. For families, the process was about justice and closure. For fans, it was confusion, trying to understand how friendships that once looked supportive and inseparable could end in tragedy. Regardless of public opinion, one fact remained unchanged. Lives were lost, and the story had permanently shifted from rising success to irreversible consequences. The YNW Melly case is unsettling because it forces uncomfortable questions about loyalty, about fame, about whether success can truly outrun the conflicts and pressures that exist beneath it. The same friendships that helped create opportunity became part of a tragedy that continues to overshadow everything that came before. And sometimes, the most disturbing stories aren't about enemies. They're about trust breaking in ways no one expected.